Hey guys, this is JC Veselo 1 here. Hope you guys doing very good. Glad to give you some insight about my beliefs and thinking of the market. So you guys gotta understand more about my operation. Market is not easy. Okay, first of all, I believe it's 2026. It's not like a pump and dump anymore, and you have to you have to have centered belief, and you have to hold on and be patient. Okay, that's my strategy, to work with humility and not ego. So yeah, I'm glad the market has been showing its true identity, and I believe in the last 2, 3 days, we're gonna talk about it. And also, I think the market is a bit sometimes with I can do an analogy with God's face, when you want to see God's face, it's not always easy because you have to knock the door and you have to stay there, So sometimes a lot of people like knock the door but then move on quickly. They're not patient and they just do a small knock. You have to be like firm, strong knock. If God knows you, he will answer the door, And if you go there at any time, he will also open the door. What I'm saying is that, you have to understand that sins is what sometimes really push the boundaries away. I mean, um, what I'm saying is that when you want to see true face of God, you want to establish a relationship daily, talk to him like a friend, turn away from your sins, repent, want to do good. Every time you help a neighborhood, his life flow into you. So that's about it. Today let's start with a prayer. Hope it makes sense for you, by the way. Um, or so the prayer goes with the Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Yes, man. Thank you. Everlasting Father, you are the mighty God. You sent your Son and performed the final sacrifice, and you deserve all of our praise. I need your help today. I am a sinner and I am feeling the weight of my sin. Show me what your Son's birth means for me in this moment. Give grace to those who have not accepted your Son and do not know your freedoms it gives. Let them see that you are their loving Father. Thank you for loving me, not just yesterday or today, but always, no matter the depth of my sin. I am grateful. In your Son's precious name, amen. Yeah, thank you, Lord. Uh, was a wonderful prayer. Really like this one of my favorite ever. Um, he's the Prince of Peace. Yeah. So let's get into it. I will show you. I like to see the general market of the crypto. I will share my screen first. All right. So let's start with USDT. USDT, by the way, is the general perspective of the market. Okay, so the more it goes up, the people are selling their crypto and they're moving out and they're selling to get USDT. So USDT dominance, every time it goes up, the more are invested in their crypto stable coins. So as you can see, my perspective here is very different than some's, because here you have try to do something here. Yeah. Here you see there's a sort of an accumulation, like a wyckoff, but this was like kind of short term happening, 2024, 25, 25. What I'm saying is that it's not a big accumulation like the one I showed previously, like gold and Bitcoin, which happened started in 2021. And I see here, this is very strong, but also here, it's a lot of liquidity here. So here's a lots of cash, and this is strong here. So here you have two moves that could happen. Okay, either you really fly into this, and you make a new all-time high for USDT dominance, means like crypto is probably dead, you know. Um, and Bitcoin goes down, Ethereum goes down, all the other cryptos going down a lot. And this could happen, you know, but like my perspective was there's what are going to make like a double top, okay? And my killing zone, okay, my buying zone was above this, okay, 70%. 70%, here's the deadline, and we almost touch it, okay? So the further you invest like to those weeks, it's good. And what I see here is that there's a upper channel here. And if we can, like we are still in, right? And if we can break it, maybe like retest it or just break it solid, you see here there's liquidity for buying, which is good. And we could go down, and once we pass this, lots of liquidity, because this is a market maker game, okay? Here there was a lot of shorter invested in their crypto, and some have cashed out, yeah, because like we took this liquidity, okay? This liquidity, we took it by with this week, but like this liquidity, which is all, we have not taken, okay? One thing that could have been, that's kind of, you know, have to be careful with that, is that, you know, this liquidity is kind of all, you know, 2020, 2022, 2023, and here this is bringing new fresh liquidity, 2026, 26. So yeah, we could like go down, and we have to be careful with the pullback, because if we pull back, you know, this fresh liquidity with this all liquidity, that's all gas, okay? Market maker, when they invest, okay, they want to invest, but they need fuel because it's cost effective. They can go further far with less spending. So but my call is that from other reason, from Ethereum, from my perspective, Ethereum will pump to a new all-time high. So yeah, I see the market probably like going down, at least for Ethereum and probably altcoins, but like start maybe like with Ethereum first. And Bitcoin, I'm not so sure about it from other perspective, but yeah, I think the market, because I did some research, and the USDT could go down even if Ethereum and other total tree is going up. But then if Bitcoin is stable and going down, it still go down, okay? Because the market is capitalization could go up. So what I'm saying here is that I look to a drop here. I look to break this tree triple bottom, and then we can fly into a new zone here. So the big, if we're a market maker, like we want to invest here and buy, and we want to sell here. Okay? That's the big plan. So that's what I'm saying, that here you want to accumulate the positions, everything above here. But we have to be careful because it's leverage, right? And I mentioned that, you know, if the market suddenly like change direction and goes into this gap, okay, I'm probably like dead, okay? And no, I will probably hit some stop loss, but you know, I cannot. It's hard to say because you all when you have a big position, with you start with nothing and you have a big position, you know, you want to, if the market reverse, you still want to kind of hold on, because you know their position is so big that if you doesn't get like liquidated, you're still in the play, right? But if you get liquidated, you're out. So I don't know. It's a strategy for me I use. You see here, it's the 12 hours, and let's say like smaller time frame. Like here, this is good. We have a descending triangle, and you see here, that's all liquidity. Here, that's all liquidity. But I believe that we're going down. This is liquidity, liquidity, and right now, what we always did is that there's accumulation. Every time we went up, the shorter are putting pressure, the buyer are buying back in the strength of the sellers. You see, strength, strength, strength. And here you see we did it again. Okay, uh, you see that's all like liquidation, so it means like it's all liquidity for the opposite side. And we're reacting a little bit, but what I see also that it could be like very good is let me see, I'll pop a new window. This one too looks good, looks better than it was like a couple days ago, because this is like the leverage. Okay, so you see market the longs are going down, means like they're more shorter in the market, whatever it is. People are giving up their position. And you see here, it's better too, because when it's too high too in the market, with if it's too inflamed in one side, it's kind of dangerous. And it was it was not looking good. Like here, too many like long in the market. So most of the time market doesn't go like in this direction. If you want to have like a long term like trend, you have to be careful with that. And right now I see it really good because the market is pumping and the leverage is going down towards the sellers. So the more sellers there is, the market can pump slowly but surely, and it's better for not have a big wick down, okay? Because if everyone is going on the same side, some other trader will go on the other side, because then the market will be eaten up, and then you can have some really big wick that are dangerous to get liquidated. So this is looking good. This is the general like trader, going there. This is the top trader, the positions. This is the top trader accounts. So for me, this is healthy. That's what it means. I'm sorry for English. I speak French. Um, so yeah, this is we see that the buyers are eating up the sales right now. That's what he says. Then when you have this, you have to figure out which market is more increasing in position. What I see is that you see the Bitcoin dominance. This one is kind of pumping, but in fact is that it's hard to tell, okay? Because we're like kind of accumulating right now. Um, we have this big drop for the whole time recent high, not all time high, but recent high, because you see, this was the last bull run of Bitcoin. So every investor should have invested in Bitcoin around 20K, 30K to sell it to 120K, 110K, whatever the position. That was a very good trade and a solid trade because Bitcoin dominance push up. But this is the yellow line right here, okay? This is the target we have to go beat if you believe that the market can increase very high in Ethereum and altcoins. Is that we need this to like really like crash down. But this is very solid, like bottom right here, you see, solid, no liquidity. This just brought a little bit of liquidity, but this bring new liquidity, right? But this bring new liquid. This is all one liquidity. So liquidity here is pretty fresh, okay? And you have to consider that this is like price action. We have not like crushed this high, and we has just fell down. So everyone, like let's say this is a normal like price chart, so everyone is invested but did not really like had the time to uh, cash out. So I mean, like we are still here, and what I would like to see is just like starting to go down. So there's a lots of liquidity, go down, and then push a big push, and maybe like make it to here, right? So I think the market right now was accumulating positions. Let's say Ethereum total 3. I think they're accumulating positions because this is a market that is at just a small amount of money. And if you have a big wallet, you need to accumulate for a long time. So for me, Ethereum has been accumulating for a couple years probably, couple months, and yeah, we haven't really have gone to the full potential, but that's what they do. um it's not a market like gold, which has a lot of liquidity. It's a small liquidity. So here it's a two yellow line is the average trading operation, and we want to break that line. You see, every time we went down, we went up. And what I see, this is just like if we can see 3 days, it looks still bullish, okay? We have just a break of structures here, but doesn't really count because we counter hit with this. And now we have, so we could go up, but what I like is that, you know, um, it's really like, let's see 12 hours. See, 12 hours is that we had like a double top here. We have a chuck. So it's hard to say like at really like a short term. Um, I know like here we could just like do that, say like we bring new liquidity here for this looks strong, you know, and I believe like maybe we could, you know, we need there's some really big push that needs to be made here if we want to break this and then use that liquidity to a big. I think it could happen, you know. What else can I say is that, you know, see the market is holding up. I mean, like Bitcoin is still pushing and the money flows mostly into Bitcoin. That's what it says, you know, Bitcoin dominance. But I think right now it's I figured it out good because you see when we compare like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and you see Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. When I say that is that you see from this low to this high, we have a tendency upward. Okay, so it's been outperforming, and for me, this was the big trap here. You see, we had the price actions, tack, 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 breakout structures, the first shock, I mean, and we went down and took all the liquidity up to there, and then we build up again. See, we build up, and for me, that this was all buying zone at the beginning, you know, and you see, we just pushed that, and for me, I think it will just continue, okay? This was the resistance, but I believe that we would just push up because I think the big trap was here. It's done, okay? Ethereum like fell to 1500, and for me, we're just building up towards new zone. As I said mentioned before in the before video, for me Ethereum everything under 2400 is a good buy. Okay, so don't be surprised if I still buy like a 20 I mean like 2000, 2000, 2200, whatever. And what I see is that here, yeah, it's not really strong. You see, that's very like not big high and not big high. This is more a big high right here. So I see it just moving forward. We see here we had a small price action like yesterday or the day before. We just went here and now we're moving up. So this is all liquidity again, tick, 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 and I think we believe like we can move further down. And I see weekly is a big resistance, you see? Weekly, you have a nice bull flag here, and here you have the really the resistance, and we need to push and grab this liquidity, and then this liquidity was made. That's a price action, you see? So this is you see the big price action is here. You have the price action here. You have the big triple head bringing liquidity here. Like we can call it the spring. The spring is here. So we target like above here. This is was the big pump and dump here, bringing a little bit liquidity, 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 liquidity. So like four liquidity here. That's fresh. It's not that fresh though. It's 22. So probably need maybe make a new fresh one before breakout, whatever it is. And you see that's a big price action, big channel down, and we need to break it. What I like is that here, let's say you have your killing zone here, just above this two. We're still in the killing zone, and here we haven't crushed this bottom here, so the liquidity is still intact here. It's still looking good, and we have a push here. We broke that high. We have a chuck, price action concept, and here I calculate exactly like 70% right here, you see, from this high to this low, 70% is right here. We just barely touch it. That for me normally that's the killing zone, but this time we just touch it and then we're going up high. Um, so yeah, this chart looking good for me. I think we're going to go up slowly but surely. You see, once we pass this, we might be more aggressive. And when we want more aggressive, what does it mean? It means Ethereum has potential to go up high, but be careful because this chart is not always like that. You mean like if both goes down and Ethereum is losing less than Bitcoin, it means like this chart will still go up. But I think at this point, I'm might betting that we might see Ethereum pumping for a long time waiting. Um, yeah, that's about it. What else can I see is that mm, 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 we can check out the two. Yeah, you can check out that why Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin is that this is what my channel, okay? Recently, like I said, if you were a scalper, just buy everything under the red line and then try to sell everything above in the trading channel because the two red lines represent the trading channel, or try to sell it like when we're getting close to this red line. And if you want to short everything close to the red line and then try to back everything like around this red line. This a lots of potential. I think was like really just not moving much. As I mentioned, I think for me Bitcoin is more stable. But you see, we're close to the red line here, and if we compare it to Ethereum, like Ethereum, you see, it's almost to the second line. So in my book, it's outperforming. And what's very interesting is that you see like from this drop, you see open interest went up. So I believe that some short took some position, and right now you see that some long probably took some position. Believe that here we went down a little bit. So probably either like anyway like open interest going down, but now it's continued to go down. So as we see open interest for the longs are going down. So probably like exactly some long are giving up their positions. I think in market right now it's just LT for Ethereum, as I see for also for daily. I don't know if you guys remember, but this was my price action on Ethereum. So this was my bottom, and we just reached that. Okay, this was my buying zone. Everything like above this, for 1383 was a good buying. Um, if we go down further, price action doesn't work anymore. Let's make it bigger. So there's some liquidity here. It could be dangerous though if we plunge into this. Yeah, lots of people will get liquidated. But I think you know, let's say you have like a cheesecake. I think the cheesecake was almost taken all of it. It's just like a small piece remaining. But why just take it, you know? I think this is looking good because you don't know where the market is going. You don't want to invest into that. And I think I'm already invested. And yes, my price is close to this bunch of candles, but my position is big, and I'm waiting for the big push. And if the big push occurs, then you know, I will tell myself, hey, I did everything. Because yes, the market goes down, and when it goes down, some people they say, you know, they have fear and they believe like, oh, I should have a stop loss. Yeah, sometimes, but for me, there for the big waiting game. And when the market goes down, I see it as an opportunity to increase my position. So that's the 5%, 10% of the trader that believes that like that, and that's leverage. You know, that's not spot for me. So I think. I think I have I want to accumulating like a market maker. So you see that probably like market maker, some will probably bought here, whatever, and try to buy. For me, anything under 2500, what I said here, is a good buy zone. So so yeah, market is like that today. Um, what else can I show you? So that's Bitcoin. Open interest is also is going down. Um, I think I show you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I like this one too. This is different. This is gold on Ethereum. The Ethereum as a denominator. Um, when I mark this chart, uh, for me, like in the later we're going down, this is not for me an accumulation. This is like weak spot, and we need to push like further down. And I just marked the map. You see that's a recent high, and I put my zone. This was for me the killing zone here, 70% again. And for here, that was all opportunity to invest. Okay, so you could have invest in Ethereum, like buying Ethereum, because when the Ethereum is getting stronger, the denominator is getting stronger, we're going down. Simply as that. And we can see this morning, uh, there was a nice buying zone and Ethereum push, and we completely like took the liquidity about like 65%, and now we went back up. We have to wait and see because right now I see gold pushing. Gold is pushing, so means like the numerator is getting stronger, and Ethereum right now is not is like not moving. Let's see. See, yeah, it's not moving. It did its push. So so what I see is that gold is moving. That was the retrace. But for me, this was the killing zone right here. Uh, it's uh, it's hard to figure out really that killing zone because you see that's the second head and that's the retrace. And here you have nice liquidity. You have nice liquidity here. So I don't know if we're ready to move down already. But what I see is that, you know, if let's say this is a just a normal price action, as soon as you go around here, that's a good buy, right? Because here you have the killing zone. So if we go above this, then we will probably like go up high. But I think for me this was the retest, and I think that we're ready to go move down or whatever. So I believe that gold and Ethereum, just slow my music. I think both will go up. Okay, that's my belief. So I think Ethereum will be harder to go up, and that's why we're going down. So we'll have to wait and see like a couple of hours, maybe a day or two, see if we can go back and fill that gap completely, and then maybe both of them will go up higher. Okay. So yeah, we have this. Also, we can compare gold on Bitcoin, which is similar, but as we saw, Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. So this chart is more clear to me that it's going up because gold is doing good recently, and Bitcoin is more like stable. So we can see that we have this. We're just moving up. We went from this, was the 3 days, right? We took that gap, 75%, and we're going up high. Here, I like really like this gap. It shows strength, in the chart. But this one, you know, I don't know. Maybe are we gonna feel it like soon, or are we gonna leave it there? I don't know. Like this one, we leave it there. Yeah, I feel like probably maybe like Bitcoin could push, you know, and if Bitcoin start to push, then we will retrace, right? Because the denominator will push, and then the chart will go down. And I think that's my belief to fill that gap and probably then maybe like retrace back again. What I'm saying is that this chart is very solid for me that in the future, gold would outperform Bitcoin. Why I say that? Because here I see a nice Wyckoff accumulation starting 2021. You see, that's the climax, resistance, uptrust, double bottom here, the head, and that was the retest. Here, that was the best time to short Bitcoin above 100K, and because like which one is more volatile? If of course Bitcoin is more volatile. So you had to, this big push was all about like gold going up and Bitcoin going down. So both of them means the chart is ramping up. And this is for me the spring. That's the money is here. That's a big push we need. So I don't know. I think the accumulation was done here. This is 2022. This brings fresh liquidity. Liquidity a little bit here, not much. Here liquidity. Are we ready to crush that already? I don't know. Okay, this chart is not easy. I think the best was to invest here, and then I think it was to invest probably here. At this point, in gold, it's not easy to invest. I did invest. My plan was to invest, everything under this 4,400, and for me, why invest like that? Because that's price action, okay? Lots of shorter took here. I think the difference with silver for me, okay, it's a big plan, but um I believe that the market just it was like it's like a poker game. So it was like a juke. Um it's for me, it's not going down. It's just like a juke to invest some trader into it. And here, the more if we go here, a lot of trader will cash out because right now they can move past this line. Okay, let's say this, and right now we're went up. Here is the strength of the buyer. So yeah, we could go down again. I don't know, where we could go down, and yeah, we could like go up again because right now I see a lots of market maker, whatever, they push the price down to capitalize into this liquidity because if you short big money here, you want to cash, at this liquidity because they need liquidity to get out of their position. That's how it works. Um, yeah, so I bought everything for now under here. I think it feels good though. I had my last buy, I think, about here. So I'm just gonna hold my position into that. We can have the potential to move up really up high up there because a lot of people short the market. So means that if they get liquidated, they will have to buy back at a premium price. Plus the market maker who are already invested in gold, probably like from a long time ago, maybe like here or whatever here they're just going to push the price further up. Um, yeah, looks good for that. So that's why I see this a lot of strength into gold on Bitcoin. Um, what else can I show? That's very important. Yeah. So one thing that I'm getting screwed, I mean, like one thing that I'm wrong at the moment is silver. Silver is quite hard because you see, if it has to retrace, it has to retrace right now. Because this is we saw like gold. This is silver for me. That was not the juke. That was a real sell, you know. Because you see, silver was going to crash into this liquidity, and market maker just held that and push into ridiculous price, and then they dump everything in the string. Right here was, let's say, a day where there is full of buying order, and they sell into the string, and then you see they probably like did some distribution. And here I see the liquidity is fresh, like you see this was some strength, and you see that because of this, the liquidity has been piling up, from the everyone taking position at the long side. So yes, there's some liquidity here, but if we go up and we take this liquidity, there will be new short in position, and everyone who has been buying silver or in the trade right now, they will cash out, probably in this liquidity or this liquidity, and still they could go there and then dump, but for me it makes no sense. It makes more sense that simply they go dump into the strength of the buyers and then drop into this liquidity and this liquidity. But as we said, gold looks good on Ethereum. So does it make sense that silver goes down? If we say gold is going to be up, well, there's another chart we have to look at, and this chart is called gold on silver. Gold on silver is very special because if you see the monthly, okay, there was a big pump during COVID, and then pump and dump, and then we just went and retraced, probably brought some liquidity, but not big liquidity, but still liquidity here. 2025 is really new, and this was for me like a fishing pole. We got some fish, meaning like they dumped their silver, and that's why it went up. And we're very like at the squeezing position, means like descending triangle. And what I like is that the monthly, we have a nice gap here. You see the blue gap? It's quite big. And yeah, we could go into it, but I would like to leave it like that because this shows strength. Okay, this shows strength. You see this was fill. This was not fill, show strength. And I would like to show strength here. So means that in the recent hours, just like last night, we went down to here right at the bottom of this one, just barely like move underneath it, and we have this one, but the monthly is still looks good, you know. We haven't really touched it. So yeah, we could go into here. If we go into here, that's mostly means that both are pumping and silver is pumping harder, means going into liquidity of the short seller. When I got into the silver trade, to be honest, like I knew I was into distribution because the market maker mostly like start accumulating their short position above 78. So that's the risk. You know, some traders they just do some quick trades. You know, they go into distribution like I did, you know, start to short, let's say like I don't know, like 65, 62, and then they can get out like quick. That's the distribution, you know, it's just going down. But then you see now I'm stuck in the distribution. That's why I like better to have to buy or to sell at premium buy or premium sell, because once we leave this area, then you can surf on a winning position and you can simply have peace, you know. So yeah, my silver was less bigger. I mean, like was a smaller amount of money versus gold. So I believe it was a good edge towards gold because I see like silver right now probably maybe being some idle, you know. We're here. We just crush this liquidity from this recent high. We're here. I would like to like just leave it here and probably start to fell down. That could happen. Let's say one day again. Because you see, we took this liquidity and we're just at the edge of taking this liquidity. So I have stop loss. My stop loss is quite close to what we are right now. It's gonna cost me some money, but I think my whole account is doing good at the moment with Ethereum and my gold trade. That's called it edge, an edge, right? So when I see like this one, what I'm saying is that, you know, I trust my zone here. So here it's like the killing zone, okay, under 70%. And we're just like right into it, like we're pushing the boundaries. It's very insane right now, but I believe that if you believe in this move, it could be good to short silver. I don't want to short it anymore because I'm already invested, and I don't want to cost it more money. If it goes to my side, and start to go up, it's probably because both are going down, gold and silver, but like gold is more resisting and silver is going further down, so that will be edging my gold position, which is doing good at the moment. That's why that's why I just want to keep it low profile. But if by any chance, I mean like it could happen, but if gold start to ramp up in the liquidity as it is right now, and silver is holding up, and I don't know, it could happen go down because you see gold could go up, continue its way ascend to the all-time. So if gold is going up and silver is going down, this will just reverse and do a nice price action. Okay, price action, chuck, break of structures, whatever it is. Then this is nice liquidity. Yes, is two options. Either like we take this liquidity or like we go into here. But if we go into here, you have to understand that everyone who took like a short position, let's say it's just a price action, normal chart, they will cash out right here, right? And if we can hold to this, like other block, and here there's a nice buying zone because this is a gap. We could go up and reverse, and then everyone who took a short, they will just like capitulate and then buy back, and then we have this nice liquidity, and then we can push further up. So here liquidity, all of this I've not been taking all liquidity, some of it, because yeah, we push up here, but that will be great just to move up, and try to break all this other blocks right here. But for that, I think we need a big shift, in the market. We probably need like silver to stop going up, and we need gold to continue to move up. So yeah, not easy to believe. But that's a bit my call. Silver. Oh yeah, silver on Bitcoin is quite good too. Here it's very confusing for me. You see, I had the 12 hours. 12 hours goes like this. You see, that's nice liquidity here. One, two. So for me, was the juke was here. We went into the killing zone and we retraced. And you see here, we do have a chuck here, but we still retrace, because sometimes the market goes like that. It just like do like a small fake out after liquidity. So that means like if silver start to go down and Bitcoin start to go up, this will crash down hard, you see? So the day that it will crash this, it will be nice because here is a strength. This is liquidity. So this puts all liquidity. This strength is less really like being filled with liquidity. So it could really like go down here. Um, it's a big shot, but I believe that my calling zone initial was really up to here. You see, we just did a retrace. So this retrace is either like Bitcoin moving up or silver going down. Let's see. You see, silver seems to be just a bit small going down. Because which one is more volatile? Well, it's silver, right? See, that's bouncing a bit more high. That's the price action. So I like my theory, I like this price action. I would like to bounce it up and took this liquidity. I like that. And what else? What I was saying? This one. This one looks like a wedge, looks easy, but I would like to have a retrace this liquidity, and you have to figure out that if we go too high, we could go fill that gap too. If we fill that gap too, it means probably like silver will outperform gold, means like silver will crush my stop loss. It could happen. Um, I think you have to free your mind in Christ, leave that behind, I'm done with the video right now because I think we cover most of all. It's been already a long time speaking in front of you, and I'm just gonna close that and enjoy my day and not think about it. And every time I try to think about it and see where the market is, it's a fight, you know, it's a spiritual fight because I know these things are from the wall, and you know I am not from the wall. If you accept Jesus as your savior and he's the Lord of your life, then you don't belong to the wall anymore. So that's why he's freeing you from the sins, and he's freeing you from all the worries in the wall. So it's a good options, and but it's still a fight. We're unhurt, and I hope you guys understand more of my spiritual thinking and spiritual belonging to. Have a nice day, and hope you guys have a beautiful remaining of the week. See ya.